What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a must-win game that we had to play against the Portland Trailblazers. Not only a game to kind of get us back on track in terms of the winning ways, but also a game to kind of indicate, okay, we might at least be a good road team even though we suck at home. However, in all of its glory, the Bulls are now 5 games in the hole, aka a 5-game losing streak. And once again, I'm sitting here absolutely miserable and frustrated with this Chicago Bulls team. You know what? I do have to point the finger at someone. And you might say, oh my goodness, is it a player? Is it Zach LaVine? Is it Josh Giddey? Is it Kobe White? Who is it? Well, as much as we can point the fingers at players, I'm putting my finger at the coach today, ladies and gentlemen. This coach, in my opinion, wow, we need to discuss it. There are certain things that just should have been done today to save the game, let alone to even come a little bit closer, that wasn't done. Before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls, their game today, and your player of the game, as we lose this one 113 to 102. So basically a 11-point loss to Portland. From what I understand, I didn't watch every single minute of the game. I saw the fourth quarter. I saw a couple of minutes in the second quarter. Portland kind of destroyed us in almost every quarter that we played. At least that's what it felt like. We had a strong first, but in the end, other than that, we just got outplayed. So, good start, couldn't finish the job. I mentioned the coach. Here's what I don't like about what the coaching staff did today. When certain players were not playing well, he kept them out there. He kept them out there longer than he should have, and that hurt this team. And that made this team lose. Now, as I mentioned before, if you're in the tanking category, that's probably exactly what you want to see. You want to see players suck out there. You want to see players not do well. And you want to see the Bulls lose the game. Okay. Like I said, even if I was on board with tanking, I don't like seeing it. And it's still going to piss me off every time I do. So I blame Billy Donovan because certain guys stunk up the joint today and should have been taken out for other guys. We have the old saying, when something doesn't work, try something different. But we didn't see that today. Let's give an example here. I know he's my Australian brethren, but I think if you even asked him today if he played well, he would say no to you. Josh Giddey, 29 minutes played, 0 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds in this game. Not a great stat line whatsoever. And you know what? Everybody's inclined to a bad game, but Billy Donovan should have given him less minutes and taken him out of the rotation if it wasn't working. I know he had a block in there or something. He wasn't playing the worst defense ever, but still, the point is proven. And you know what? The worst part about this is that this very season, we have seen Billy Donovan take out Josh Giddey in a specific game. I think there was one game he stunk up the joint so badly, he played maybe 15 minutes in that game, and Billy Donovan went with something else. So it's not like he's incapable of doing it, but today, he stuck with it. And I think that cost the Chicago Bulls in the end. Like I said, everybody's inclined to a bad game, but there were guys on the bench that were performing better. And at the end of the day, it kind of hurts to see that we stuck with the same thing and we lost the game because of it. So I put that on Billy Donovan. Another one, Kobe White, 27 minutes. He had 9 points and 3 assists. Now, 9 points and 3 assists won't be the end of the world for most guys, but Kobe White I expect very highly from. And today he stunk up the joint as well. I mean, there's no other way to put it. There is no other way to put it. So it definitely hurt to see him out there, knowing we had Ayo Dosunmu on the bench today that outplayed him, and he had more minutes than Kobe White, to be fair, as well. But even guys like Dalen Terry, guys like Matas Bazelis, Jalen Smith, these guys had decent games off the bench. Maybe one of them should have had an extra boost in minutes today. Look, it's an 82-game season, man. We don't need to see the same minutes and the same set rotations each and every single game. Sometimes you need to break out of that bubble of a set minute and a set rotation and set adjustments. And go with what works. Go with the hot hand. Go with something that could be a difference maker. The Bulls did not play well all game, and we didn't change it up. I don't like that coaching style. I just don't like it. And that's why I put my blame on Billy Donovan. Yes, you can blame Josh Giddey, you can blame Kobe White, you can blame other guys that stunk up the joint in this game. That's all fine and good. Heck, a lot of people are blaming Patrick Williams for our recent performances and saying he needs to be moved to the bench. I know 15 points in this game will speak otherwise, at least for this one. You can blame everybody. The harsh reality is we're sticking with the same thing, and for 5 games now, that same thing hasn't worked. So I'm now questioning and asking Billy Donovan, where are the changes coming from? Are you going to go back to a 4-guard system? We actually played quite well when we put Ayo in instead of Patrick Williams. Are you maybe going to switch to a bigger lineup? Maybe put Jalen Smith with Vucevic? I don't know what the answer is. I'm not the coach. But what I will tell you is what we're seeing now and what we have seen over the past few games has not worked. And it didn't work today. 102 points is not a great return for a team that is good offensively as we are. So what are we going to do about it? How many games are we going to lose? Or how many games are we going to embarrassingly lose until we see the changes that we need to see? There could be one guy in the wins waiting for that opportunity to break out, like a Matas Bazelis. This guy was picked 11th, I think it was 11th, in the NBA draft. He was projected to go top 5 for most of his time because of what he was doing in the G League. We got lucky to get a guy like Matas Bazelis, but we don't play him anywhere near the amount of minutes that he should be playing for this mediocre Bulls team. He's still on the bench. There has to be someone on this Bulls bench that can come into that starting lineup and make a difference. There has to be. There's too many young guys with a point to prove to not have that on this team. So yes, I'm blaming Billy Donovan. My finger is pointing towards Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan. I'm sorry, it's rude to point. My apologies. But still, I still hold him to blame. And it hurts. This is starting to piss me off a lot, man. It hurts watching this Bulls team and watching how bad they've become over the past 5 games. But again, what are we going to do about it? With that being said, my rants come and gone. Let's take a look at some team stats. So, the Bulls were 8 from 29 from 3, so 27% from the 3-point line. Notice this as well. We're not taking 60, 73s anymore, but we're definitely not making the threes that we're taking either. So the percentages have gotten worse, but also the amount that we're shooting has gotten worse as well. Could this be a sign that the Bulls are regressing back to what they know best, and that is the slow, stagnant basketball? Well, the assists kind of weren't great today, 21 apiece. Not terrible, but not great for our standards. What I didn't like about this game is that it was a free throw fest for both teams. Really slowed the tempo down, really ruined the tempo of the game. Portland shot 25 free throws in this game, and the Bulls shot 26 free throws in this game. So that kind of instantly, when you see over 25, that just ruins the momentum for me. I don't like a stop and start game. And we got destroyed for points in the paint. So another game where Portland outshot us from 3 and outshot us in the paint. So you can't even say our defense is the only problem anymore. It's clear that our offense needs some work too. I mean, do I have to say the same thing each and every game reaction until we see a different thing? I know I don't necessarily make the biggest impact across the Chicago Bulls. They're not going to look at this video and say, oh no, we've got to make some changes. They're completely ignoring probably a lot of the Bulls content creators in that regard. But we still need to keep calling out for it because something has to give. I don't know how someone can lose 5 games in a row after being mediocre the 2 seasons before that, and his job is still safe and secure. I'm pretty sure Billy Donovan recently said that we're stuck in the middle and that we can't build us a way out of it or something along those lines. And his job is still secure. Safe and sound. Locked in a safe, bro. Ain't no way we're getting those termination papers out, bro. Those things are ripped apart. They can't find them. That's probably why he's still here. I don't know. Again, I'm questioning now. Everything is a question. I want to see a response. Not from just this Bulls team. I want to see a response from the coach. The coach needs to be the one now to respond. Because stagnation across your minutes and set rotations is definitely hurting us just as much as the players' performances. I want a response. Please give us a response. With that being said, player of the game, Zach LaVine. But anyway, we kind of got destroyed, so who cares? I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.